desired temperature and firmness, which we refer to as viscosity. Product in the storage hopper is held at a food-safe liquid temperature of about 39 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.5 degrees Celsius. Next up is standby mode. This mode is accessed by the top right button with a night icon. Standby mode is used overnight to thaw out the frozen product in the freezing cylinder, but still keep it at food-safe temperatures. This mode is useful to prevent soft serve product from being overbeaten or overfrozen by staying frozen overnight. The last of the main modes we'll look at is stop mode. This mode is always accessible by pressing the reset button on the bottom left of the control panel. Stop mode is the default mode where nothing on the machine is operating. The motors will be off and the compressor and refrigeration system will also be off. This button will also be used to change from one mode to another. Some Spaceman soft serve machines and configurations have a few additional operating modes. For machines with pasteurization or heat treatment, the bottom middle button can be used to enter pasteurization mode manually. In pasteurization mode, product inside the machine will heat up and cool back down automatically to repasteurize the product and keep it food safe for long periods of time without cleaning. Certain newer Spaceman machines also have a defrost and quick refreeze modes available. For machines with defrost, this mode can be accessed by pressing and holding the standby button for about 3 seconds. In defrost mode, the product will warm up to 39 degrees Fahrenheit or about 4 degrees Celsius and then switch to standby mode to keep product food safe. Defrost mode is useful in the event of a freeze-up or when you're going to clean the machine from a frozen state. On machines with the quick refreeze feature, this mode can be accessed by quick pressing the bottom middle ice cream button. This mode is useful to force the machine to refreeze the product quickly back down to a good consistency after long, slow periods. It effectively does the same thing as pulling the handle to turn the motor on to recheck the viscosity. The last button that we haven't talked much about is the P button. This button is used to display different parameters while operating the machine, such as product temperatures or motor amp draws. You can press this button to cycle through different display screens while operating your machine in the various modes. In this class, we aren't going to go into programming or changing settings. Just know that this display screen and these buttons are where you'll access the machine settings to change things like your product viscosity, set the date and time, and access other settings as required. If you're looking for more information on how to change settings or program the machine, check out our future classes on setting soft serve viscosity or advanced troubleshooting. Now that you have a good understanding of Spaceman soft serve machines, what the different parts are called, and the different operating modes, let's talk a little bit about cleaning and maintenance. As mentioned before, this class is not going to dive deep into the step-by-step details of cleaning and maintenance, as we'll be going over that in the next couple of classes. When we talk about cleaning your soft serve machine, we're referring to fully draining, rinsing, disassembling, and washing all of the parts, and then putting them back together with fresh lubrication, fresh sanitizer, and fresh product. This means pulling the front door off the machine and taking everything out of the freezing cylinder. While it may seem like a lot of work, it only takes about 30 to 45 minutes to do properly once you've done it a few times, and is the most important thing that you can do if you want to serve the highest quality product and have the least amount of downtime. When it comes to cleaning intervals, our best recommendation is to clean at least as often as your local health code requires. But the more often, the better. Operators that integrate more frequent cleaning into their standard operating procedures have machines that last the longest, cost the least to operate and maintain, and rarely break down. The product they serve also tends to be the highest quality and maintain the best consistency. When it comes to lubrication and sanitizer used during cleaning, using Spaceman high temperature lubrication is highly recommended. If you use the wrong type of food grade lubrication in your machine, it may cause issues or failures, especially if it's not rated for the appropriate temperature range for a soft serve machine. If Spaceman lubrication is not available, it's always best to reach out to our customer success team to make sure the lubrication you're using is okay. For sanitizer, we strongly recommend a food-grade, no-rinse sanitizer with a milkstone remover, such as Saniturgent or Sterasheen Green Label or other similar sanitizers. We do not recommend any sanitizers that include bleach or are intended for food prep surfaces or require rinsing. If you have any concerns about whether your sanitizer is safe for use with your Spaceman machine, please reach out to our customer success team for more information. The last thing I want to mention for regular full cleanings is the cleaning brushes. Each Spaceman machine is shipped with a set of cleaning brushes with different sizes to clean the various parts of the machine. A few important overlooked places are the connection tube between the cylinder and the hopper, as well as the rear shell bearing at the back of the cylinder. In a lot of cases, the air hole in the air tube is also often overlooked and can cause issues. All of these areas are important to brush clean during each cleaning, and using the right size brush is also important. For the rear shell bearing, for example, we have a black brush that is advised to use in this location as the lubrication will stain the clear or white brushes. Spaceman offers brushes as a kit, and all brushes, like a sponge or a rag, should be replaced regularly as they get dirty. Between a full cleaning, there are a few parts on your soft serve machine that should be cleaned several times a day or at least once per day. The dispensing caps should be removed, cleaned, and sanitized several times a day, especially in warmer environments. The exterior of the machine should also be wiped down regularly, especially in places where there's spills or drips. Drip trays should be taken off, cleaned, and sanitized several times a day, along with the dispensing caps. Hopper agitators should be removed at least once per day, cleaned, sanitized, and placed back in the hopper. Newer agitators are available with handles to make this process cleaner and easier. Air tubes should be removed, cleaned, sanitized, and reinstalled at least once per day. If you're using the standby mode overnight, we recommend doing this air tube cleaning once in the evening before placing the machine in standby, and once again in the morning when taking the machine out of standby mode. We have a nightly procedure that we recommend following where this is included. For machines with air pumps, you may also want or need to depressurize your machine and clean the air pump, suction tube, and/or injection tube at least once per day. This will help keep your product flowing smoothly and keep consistent product quality in pump-fed machines. All of the cleaning steps and these additional cleaning procedures are covered in a lot more detail in our next training class where we go through each step of the cleaning one by one. We also have a lot of great resources when it comes to cleaning to fit every learning style and environment. Included with each machine is our operator manual that has detailed instructions and pictures, and our quick reference cleaning guide, which is a laminated sheet and sleeve that you can attach to the side of your machine for quick cleaning step reminders. Online, we have our mobile-friendly step-by-step cleaning guides with animated pictures. This is the best tool to give new or existing staff to follow along, and videos published on our YouTube channel going over all of the cleaning processes and a variety of other topics for a variety of our older and newer machines. So there's no shortage of good information and resources to properly train your staff on how to clean and operate their Spaceman soft serve machine. Now let's talk a little bit about preventative maintenance. On top of regular cleaning, your Spaceman soft serve machine also needs some form of regular maintenance. There are two levels of regular maintenance that need to be performed: replacing wearable parts and doing an internal preventative maintenance that is performed by a service technician. Replacing wearable parts is the maintenance that any operator can do and is performed during a routine cleaning. Going back to the parts we talked about earlier, there are several plastic parts, O-rings, and gaskets that will wear out and need to be replaced on regular intervals. We offer these parts in packages that we call tune-up kits, or we bundle them together with sanitizer and lubrication, scraper blades, and call it a maintenance kit. Even if these parts don't visibly look worn out, it's important to replace them regularly. Over time, parts like O-rings can gather bacteria, swell, or wear down slightly and prevent other parts from moving correctly. Removing and replacing these parts regularly is very important from both a health and safety standpoint and a machine operation standpoint. We highly recommend replacing these tune-up kits every 3 to 6 months. The busier you are, the more often we'd recommend replacing these parts. Let's take a look at what should be replaced every 3 to 6 months. First up is all of the tune-up kit parts. Tune-up kits include all of the O-rings, the drive shaft gasket, the dispensing door gaskets, and the beater guide. We also recommend replacing the scraper blades regularly at the same time that you replace your tune-up kit to maintain a good product consistency. All of these parts are the parts that you should be taking apart during a normal cleaning, so they're very easy to replace. During a normal cleaning, simply take off and discard the used parts and install the new tune-up kit parts and scraper blades. In addition to wearable parts, we strongly recommend having a service technician perform an internal preventative maintenance at least once per year. Think of this as comparable to changing the oil in your car. You need to do it regularly, or eventually you'll end up on the side of the road broken down. Your soft serve machine is the same way. The busier you are and the more you use your machine, the more often we recommend preventative maintenance. The same goes for machines exposed to additional dust, dirt, and debris, such as machines near a drive-through window or next to a kitchen preparation area. During preventative maintenance, we recommend having a service technician perform the following. First, we recommend they clean out the condensing coils of any dirt, dust, and debris. This keeps the refrigeration system running at peak performance and prevents expensive components like compressors from failing. This process is very similar to cleaning out your air conditioning unit on your home or business. Second, we would request the service technician to inspect and tension or replace all internal belts. This includes the main drive belt as well as the hopper agitator belts. Third, we'll clean out the inside of the machine of product, dirt, and debris. The cleaner the inside of the machine is, the better all of the parts will work and the longer that they will last. Next, we would recommend checking the motor and compressor performance. Check the start and run capacitors, any bearings, etc. for signs of wear and tear or degraded performance. Finally, we'll inspect and replace any switches or other moving parts for damage or poor operation. Replacing these parts at time of preventive maintenance is far cheaper than replacing them in a reactive service environment. In the United States, Spaceman offers a few different preventative maintenance options to our customers. We have full guides and resources available to our service partners and can provide that information to any of our customers upon request if they'd like to call out and use their own service providers. In the United States, we have managed service and subscription options available, where Spaceman can dispatch this preventative service for you so that you don't ever have to worry about it. Some of our managed service options even include replacing of the wearable parts mentioned above, along with extended parts warranties, so our customers only have to focus on their regular cleanings and day-to-day operations. If you'd like more information on what's available, please reach out to our customer success team for more information and pricing.
Welcome to the Liying factory. We are a professional manufacturer of hydroponic systems.
Let's quickly recap what we've gone over so far. First, soft serve machines have a variety of different parts that you should now be familiar with. Second, machines have several different operating modes to either freeze or store products and help in the cleanings that need to be replaced on regular intervals, and doing so is very important to the longevity of your machine. 4. Spaceman sells all of our parts and service in a variety of different ways to fit a variety of different needs. Finally, cleaning and maintaining your soft serve machine regularly is the best way to reduce downtime and minimize your costs. In this next section, we're going to talk about all of the available configuration options available for Spaceman soft serve machines. The primary configuration option that you'll see for soft serve machines, and one that we've been talking about regularly through this video, is upgrading the base gravity fed model to a pump fed or air pump configuration option. On our model list, the air pump configuration option is noted by the letter A. This is a popular upgrade for many locations looking to have more control over their product overrun and a lighter, creamier product texture. Air pumps do introduce additional cleaning parts and can take a little more operational knowledge to learn, understand, and operate correctly. Not all products will work well with an air pump. Some very thick premium products tend to do better in gravity-fed models. So if you're unsure if an air pump model is right for you, please reach out to your Spaceman sales team. Next up, we have a heat treatment or pasteurization configuration option that you've also heard us mention. This is available on our larger barrel soft serve machines. Heat treatment is noted by the letter B on our model lineup. This configuration feature has a special mode that will run the product through a pasteurization cycle once per day that kills off any bacteria and allows the operator to run the machine for longer periods of time between a full disassembly and cleaning. During the pasteurization cycle, product is heated up to a high temperature and then cooled back down to food-safe temperatures for dairy. This process takes about 3.5 to 4 hours in total and must be run each day. The product used must be able to handle multiple pasteurization cycles, and it is important to note that these machines do not eliminate all cleaning requirements.